Have you ever stopped to think that the book everyone idolizes might have been based on a lie? Napoleon Hill is treated as a master of the millionaire mindset, but what if I told you there's a part of the story that no one has ever told you? In this video, you'll discover what's behind the myth, facts, controversies, and truths that could change the way you see the self-help world. If you're truly seeking real success and want to stop falling for ready-made narratives, stay until the end. What you'll hear here might save you years of believing in empty promises. Napoleon Hill became one of the most revered figures in the personal development world. His book, Think and Grow Rich, is one of the best-selling books of all time, and his ideas about mindset, determination, and success continue to influence millions of people worldwide. But who was Napoleon Hill really? A man who inspired leaders, entrepreneurs, and investors, or someone who managed to create an image bigger than his own story? Hill was one of the pioneers in spreading concepts like the power of the mind and the importance of believing in one's own success. His book became the Bible for anyone seeking prosperity, and his words are constantly quoted by coaches and mentors around the world. But what few people know is that Hill's life wasn't as glorious as his work suggests. Before becoming a respected name, Hill went through several financial and personal struggles. However, his real rise came when he began writing about the secrets of success, supposedly acquired through interviews with great magnates like Andrew Carnegie, Henry Ford, and Thomas Edison. The only issue is, did these interviews really happen? This is where the story starts to get complicated. Over the years, several accusations have arisen, claiming that Hill invented many of these interviews and even distorted historical events to create the narrative he wanted to sell. For example, there are no records proving that Hill actually met the great figures he claimed to have interviewed, like Carnegie or Edison. This raised serious questions about the truth of the stories he spread around the world. And furthermore, Hill wasn't the only one using controversial methods to promote himself. His life story appears to have been carefully crafted to create an image of a self-made man, when in reality, he didn't achieve as much personal success as his biography suggests. Now, the lingering question, was Hill a fraud, or did he just exaggerate his own story to sell more books and courses? Let's try to understand this more critically. Even if Hill fabricated some of the stories he told, does that invalidate the power of his message? The fact that many of his claims can be questioned doesn't mean that the philosophy of thinking big and acting with determination that he advocates hasn't helped thousands of people achieve their goals. The reality is that regardless of the credibility of his personal stories, his teachings about the success mindset remain fundamental for many people seeking prosperity. However, there is something very important we learn here. We need to separate the author from the idea. The fact that Hill failed on some of his claims doesn't make his ideas about attitude, mindset, and resilience invalid. Hill may have gotten lost in trying to create a grander image of himself, but many of the concepts he shared remain powerful if interpreted critically. So what lesson can we take from this? It doesn't matter who the guru or mentor is. The important thing is to filter the messages and apply the teachings in an intelligent and balanced way. The truth is, no one should be seen as infallible, not even Hill. Each of us has the power to question the figures who influence us and shape our own ideas. The success mindset Hill teaches may be valid, but it's crucial that you have discernment when absorbing any kind of content. And that's exactly what you should take away from this. We're not saying you should throw away everything you learned from Hill, but the reflection that remains is, how can you learn from his ideas without falling into the temptation to blindly worship someone? The real power lies in being able to analyze, criticize, and apply what is relevant to your own life and your own goals. So, what do you think? Was Napoleon Hill a genius, or was he a fraud? Leave your opinion in the comments. Share the video with anyone who also needs to think about this topic, and of course, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Let's continue this conversation and discover more about the figures who influence us, so we can build a success mindset that is truly our own.